Well, businesses in Wales are concerned a tourist tax could see nearly 700 jobs lost as holidaymakers choose less expensive destinations. The government, though, argues the $2.57 a day charge is needed to help fund local services.
The Brecon Beacons National Park, Banau Brycheiniog. Tourism is a big part of the local economy. But many attractions fear the Welsh Government's plans for a tourist tax of £1.25 a night or 75p for campers will devastate the industry.
You really do wonder if they want tourists, if they want a tourist industry.
Ashford Price from the National Showcave Centre says pushing up the cost of a family holiday could be catastrophic.
Now that will add roughly nearly getting on for £35–40. If you're staying 2 weeks, as many people do in Wales, £70 on top of your bill. Now, at a time when everybody's earnings are really struggling to pay the main bills, it's utter insanity. If they go on like this, the future for Welsh tourism is really, really bleak.
Anthony Christopher runs a local pub and has just finished work on a new hotel next door.
I just feel like calling this government a bunch of weasels. We're a small family business. If I knew this was going to happen, I possibly may not have built my hotel or carry on going. You know, it's dragging us down. It's very worrying for landlords.
People come to Wales from all over the world to experience its natural wonders. The tourism industry accounts for 11% of all jobs here. But it's feared more than 700 of those could be lost if a visitor tax is introduced, according to an impact assessment carried out by the Welsh Government.
Many areas in Wales have struggled with the impact of tourism, with complaints about overflowing car parks, litter and even human faeces on Snowdon. The Welsh Finance Secretary Mark Drakeford says giving councils the power to impose a tourism tax will help fund local services.
And what do you say to people who are worried this will put them out of business?
Well, those who have fears that the very modest visitor levy will put visitors off, the experience of around the world is that simply isn't the case. There is a great deal now of empirical evidence from many places that have introduced visitor levies of this sort.
They've already voted through similar legislation in Scotland. And while there are no such plans for England, businesses are setting up their own local schemes. Manchester's raised £2.8 million in its first year. Hotels in Liverpool are voting on the idea, and York and London are considering it too. As for the Welsh plan, it's getting a mixed response.
It would help the local economy if we had a tourist tax. You know, our resources here are precious.
It's pretty naff. I don't see why there's need to increase or add on any sort of tax.
I've stayed in a couple of places where it's factored into everything. A few places in Europe and a few places in the Far East. So, yeah, I'm fine with it.
If the plan's voted through by the Senedd, councils could introduce the tax in 2027. Some businesses worry that Christmas they might not have much to celebrate.